From the new home of the Atlanta Braves, MLB Network welcomes you to SunTrust Park. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves. It's Game 1 of the NL Division Series. Next. Settling in now, Yadier Molina. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Tonight for St. Louis, the catcher, Yadier Molina.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And the first pitch of the game is taken for ball one as we are underway tonight from SunTrust Park. Hops this one up. Swanson has a play. One away. Standing in, Dexter Fowler. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Fowler.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, 0-1. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in dirt?
That's the ball.
Fowler behind a ball and 2 strikes.
1-2 is the count.
Still 1-2. Freeman is over to take a look at it. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and stepping in the power hitting first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. First offering on its way. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the big time RBI man Marcell Ozuna. First pitch of the at-bat. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. Fastball at 88 that time. A ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard on the ground is short, and that's through for a hit. Here's Colton Wong now. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
Wong.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. Wong is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost start. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt down.
And the throw to first. He's there. The inning is over. Now batting, Brian McCann. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Braves, the catcher, Brian.
First delivery to him on the way. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. A ball and a strike to Brian McCann. One ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Striding into the box, Nick Markakis, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch on its way. High fastball is in there.
0 balls, 1 strike.
1 out, nobody on. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out. The next to bat for Atlanta, Matt Joyce. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball one. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. Joyce, a native Floridian. He's a second-year big leaguer. Fastball called strike. 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Here's Matt Carpenter.
Leading off for St. Louis, the third baseman, number 13, Matt.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A shot to second base and handled for the 1st out. Now to the plate, Edmundo Sosa.
Edmundo Sosa.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike. Sent toward first. And he'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out. Into the box, Harrison Bader. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive.
Bader.
First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a good swing, but this will be a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Hit hard up the middle. Echeverria has it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
The third baseman, Josh.
First offering on its way. Fastball in there for a called strike. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you can see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
High and deep to right center. Bader is in pursuit. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. So one away here with the bases empty. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. In there, and it's 0-1. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
2 balls and a strike to Freeman. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. The 2-2. And another foul ball. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Ender Inciarte. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Advantage count 2-0 to the Braves center fielder. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Line towards center field. Bader is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Miles Michaels. He'll begin things here against Dallas Keuchel.
Miles.
First pitch on its way.
Hard
In there
work.
at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man, 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. So the leadoff man retired here. That'll bring up Yadier Molina.
Yadier Molina.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Hard.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. To third. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the switch-hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Down the third baseline. Donaldson's there. Donaldson with a sliding stop. It's there. He got him. Stepping up to the plate, Adeiny Echeverria.
Leading up for the Braves, the second baseman, Adeiny.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit down the line at first, but this is foul for the first strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
1 and 2, the count.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Batting 8.
Into the box now, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby.
Here comes the first pitch. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. A chance here for the second baseman, Wong. Throw gets him. 2 down. So coming to the plate, Dallas Keuchel. This guy is still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
He looks really strong here early in this game, and that fastball is a good example. Put that thing in a great spot and right where he wanted it.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Line drive to center field. And that's the first hit in this one for the Braves. So it's back to the top of the order now. And that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Brian McCann. He's set, and the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
0-1.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this type of arsenal, man, you got to step out of the box, clear your head, and just fight.
That's 1-2. Inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
Full count, 3-2. Working for the punch out and the offering, and it's fouled away. Keuchel, the runner at first with 2 gone. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away. First offering on its way. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, but this will land untouched. Here's the 1-1. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
A shot down the first baseline. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And there's the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Marcell Ozuna. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
The 1-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Ready for another chance. Colton Wong comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
It's 0-1.
Hey, that's another nice 2-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
Into center field, line drive, base hit. So instead of leading off the following inning, Matt Carpenter bats next with 2 away. So a runner at first with 2 away, and that'll bring up the sweet swinging Matt Carpenter. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball well outside. Wong leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. A good tailing fastball for a strike. 1-1.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball in the honey hole. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
2 balls and a strike to Matt Carpenter. Now the 2-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded by Hechavarria. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Here's Matt Joyce now. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
The left fielder, Matt.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Hit on the ground to third. And there's one down now. Digging in, Josh Donaldson. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Donaldson.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
I'm surprised we're seeing so many late swings on fastballs. If there's one rule of thumb in the game, get to the heat.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
The first baseman,
Ready
5.
now. Freddie Freeman flied out in his first at-bat, so
Freeman.
make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something. Drive it out of the yard, this AB.
A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman. Now the 1-1 pitch. Is a slider taken for a ball.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power. You don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. But I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside, and this is where that guy would jump on it.
Seared down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Standing in, Edmundo Sosa. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Sosa.
First pitch of the at-bat. Slapped hard the opposite way. Markakis is there to put it away for out number 1. And that'll bring up the former top prospect Harrison Bader. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. Markakis has a read on it. 2 gone. Coming to the plate now Miles Michaelis. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
No balls and 1 strike. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Striding in once again, Ender Inciarte. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
The center fielder, Ender.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit softly on the ground to first. Goldschmidt is up with it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter number 24.
Digging in, Adeiny Echeverria. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First pitch on its way. 0-1 the count. for strike two.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
There to take it is Fowler as that becomes out number 2. Into the box now, Dansby Swanson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
The windup and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah.
And he takes a called strike 2.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting...
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Yadier Molina. He'll lead off for the Redbirds here in their half of the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch to him. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Two balls and a strike to Molina. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
Here now the 2-2. Grounder down the line at third, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Good battle. Count remains full.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
Again, another foul ball. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Here's Dexter Fowler now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. High and deep to right center. On the move is Markakis. He's through first and hustling for second. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double. Stepping up now, Paul Goldschmidt. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First offering on its way. Strike taken up in the zone.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Behind 0-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. He's set. Here it comes. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Fowler stands at second with 2 gone. A pause and the 0-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Two and two to Marcell Ozuna. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. The 2-2. Just off the
Full count.
outside that time, laid off for a ball.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches and
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance, and we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Dallas Keuchel. He'll lead it off as we start the home sixth.
The pitcher, Dallas.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Popped straight up. Carpenter in foul ground, and no one will track it down. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more. Now this will rattle up against the wall. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. It was a walk in his last trip. From the stretch. In there, no balls and a strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. So striding forward now, Nick Markakis. A line out and a ground ball for an out on his line so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
Now
digging in now, Matt Joyce. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone.
we're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why
1-1.
first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
The 1-1. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
Here's the 2-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Up next for Atlanta.
And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Josh Donaldson. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. First offering on its way. Tied at 93, ball 1.
No strike.
The Braves have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a big time for that.
Good zip on that one as he just throws it by him for strike 1. Hit sharply on the ground, and he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead. Ready for another shot now. Freddie Freeman. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. 2-0 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Fastball, and it gets by him, a swinging strike. Can't connect there. It's 2-2. Into the corner and slicing foul. He's set. The 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now. 3-2.
He really needs to find a pitch to put this guy away with right here, right now. He can't allow this inning to get any worse than it's already become.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Drilled to the left side. The tag, and he's out at the plate. Back here at SunTrust Park, 7th inning coming up now in Game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Now at the plate, Colton Wong, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up. Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Count remains at 0-2. The next 0-2. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. He'll get it into second. So striding in, Matt Carpenter, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Popped straight up. Keuchel calls for it. 1 out. In now, Edmundo Sosa. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips.
Edmundo Sosa.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Ball.
And he lays off there, 1-0. This is on the ground over to first. Freeman is up with it, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
The center fielder.
At the plate, Harrison Bader, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Hard hit ball to second, and it's a base hit as they finally break through here to tie the ball game at 1. Jose Martinez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 38, Jose Martinez.
Line to the right side, and that's in there, base hit. And this will bang up against the wall. Bader rounds the corner and is headed home, and the run will score all the way from first. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Anthony Swarzak will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Molina.
Yadier Molina will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
No balls and a strike to count. Here's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Joyce is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side.
7-inning stretch.
John Brebbia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
60, John Brebbia.
Here's Ender Inciarte. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
The center fielder, Ender Inciarte.
First offering on its way. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Lifted down the line in left. Ozuna will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1. At the plate, Adeiny Echeverria. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. First delivery to him on the way.
1-0.
And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Slider bends into the middle of the strike zone, taken for a strike. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And there's out number 2. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a weakly hit fly ball off to the left side. And that'll get down for a base hit. Ronald Acuna will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Working for the punch out and the offering.
1-2.
Slider. Good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Mike Soroka has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 40, Mike Soroka.
Digging in the switch hitter, Dexter Fowler. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th.
Fowler.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Soroka has proven to be a guy that throws strikes coming out of the pen and doesn't walk a lot of batters.
Boyd, every manager and pitching coach, Matty V, they'd love to bring a guy in that they know one thing. He's going to throw strikes and not beat himself, and this guy is certainly not afraid to attack the strike zone.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Bullet back up the middle. Inciarte is there, and he has it for the first out. Digging in to try it again, Paul Goldschmidt. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
the left field.
And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Marcell Ozuna. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third. So they're runners at the corners now with one away. The next to bat for St. Louis, Colton Wong. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball, but shallow. And that's not going to do it. Under it, Hechavarria for out number 2. Stepping into the box, Matt Carpenter in a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
Ball.
Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Ball 2 now. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. 3-0 now.
Ball.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
There's ball
That's
4.
low. Ball 4. Take your base.
At the plate, Edmundo Sosa. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point.
Edmundo Sosa.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A
Ball,
ball and no
that's outside.
strikes.
This game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on the mound is fall behind. Needs to get back in the strike zone right here.
And wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. The 1-2.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. Markakis is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded.
Attention, please.
New pitcher to tell you about, and it's a guy drafted number 6 overall out of North Carolina in 2006. The 6'6" lefty Andrew Miller.
Now playing shortstop and batting 9. Number 12, Paul DeYoung.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Brian McCann, 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far.
The catcher, Brian McCann.
First delivery to him on the way. Miller, a 6'7" left-hander. This is his 2nd year as a major leaguer.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
Behind 0-2 now. The pitch. And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 0-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Now
here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. 1-0 count. Here it is. And looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. And Markakis lays off here. It's 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch will not catch the zone. Ball 3. Bounce to first. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Up next for Atlanta.
Digging in, Matt Joyce. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him.
No,
the fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Joyce in front, 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0 home. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Three balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder. Fouled away. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. That one is out of here. This game is tied. So we're all tied up following the home run. And standing in is the veteran third baseman, Josh Donaldson. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Here's a slider to start things out, but it misses by a few inches or so. It's ball 1. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-2 pitch. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight. Number 19 is going to come on and pinch hit here, and this is an important at-bat, leading things off in the 9th in a tie ball game. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
The batter.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Paul DeYoung. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. DeYoung stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He's a second-year big leaguer. Count even now at 1-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Joyce is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's up and in for ball 1.
1-0.
And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1.
1-1.
Now the 1-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Echeverria's there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Giovanni Gallegos comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings.
Number 65, Giovanni Gallegos. This game for the Cardinals. Now playing center field. Number 19.
Stepping in, Ender Inciarte. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Enter NC Arte.
Here comes the first pitch. And here's one that misses to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 6 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
2-0.
Might have been ball 3 there, but he couldn't resist trying to pull that thing.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
And he misses again, ball 3. Line drive to left. And that'll make him 1 for 4 in this one. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on. Now time is called, and a very wise decision here with the potential winning run at first. They'll opt to put a little extra speed on the base paths. Here's Echeverria now. The winning run is at first base. Here's the first pitch. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here, 0-1. The 0-1 showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1. And he'll try and get that winning run into scoring position as he puts this one down. Only play will be to first, so there you go. The possible winning run is into scoring position now on the sacrifice.
Shortstop, Gansby.
A throw behind the runner at second, and he's back standing. Here's the first pitch. And a fastball just misses for ball 1. Now a pickoff play at second, but the runner's back easily. The 1-0. Skied into straightaway right. Fowler has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Tyler Flowers will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 25, Tyler Flowers.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. A ball and a strike. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Wow, really close pitch on 0-2. That just missed, and if he hits that spot right there again, he might get the call next time.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Jerry Blevins takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Number 50, Jerry Blevins. A defensive change for the Braves. Now playing center field. Number 9, Billy Hamilton.
Dexter Fowler will be the first one to greet him as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Dexter Fowler.
Here's the first pitch to him. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
The count now at 2-1. changeup called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Now here's the pitch. In the air, down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch.
Count's full.
Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now, 3-2. Shoots this one over to first. A diving effort as it's off his glove. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Marcell Ozuna. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
And that's over, 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
3-1 to the Cardinals left fielder. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. So the bases are clear now following the home run. And set to go is the second baseman, Colton Wong. First pitch on its way. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Now a curveball that hangs on inside for ball 3. And a fastball misses there, ball 4. Touki Toussaint takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning.
Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter will be the first to greet him here as he stands in with a runner at first and 2 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball in there for a called strike. And that misses. 1-1.
1-1.
Good take there, and it's 2-1 now to the St. Louis third baseman. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Another full count pitch home. And he strikes him out here for out number 3, but the damage has been done as now they'll need some extra inning heroics to pull this one out. Carlos Martinez enters the game here an inning later than usual as he'll try to close this one out in the 10th.
And batting in the 5th spot, number 18, Carlos Martinez. Now playing second and batting 7th, number 34, Jairo Munoz.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Brian McCann. He'll match up with Carlos Martinez to lead off the inning.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
And the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. One away. Stepping in for the Braves, Nick Markakis. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here's a two-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Here's a fastball low, and he's behind 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
And this is taken down around his ankles for ball 3. Martinez, a native of the Dominican Republic. This is his 2nd year as a major leaguer.
Ball 4,
and he lays off
ball
ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game. Time called here as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Striding in, Matt Joyce. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw right down the middle of the plate.
And a dive, but he's back in. Albies, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Now a drive to right field. This could do it. Game over. Walk-off home run. Heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.